Harry made secret decision for Lilibet and Archie on Jubilee celebrations made Queen extremely angry. Prince Harry could visit the UK without his family to mark the Queen's Platinum Jubilee celebrations, a royal expert suggests. The question remains whether the Duke of Sussex will return to the UK after he threatened legal action against the Home Office, who refused him permission to fund his own police protection while in the UK. Now, royal commentator Neil Sean predicts Harry will return solo, leaving his wife Meghan Markle and 2 children, Archie and Lilibet, in the US. Mr. Sean said, he knows that too much focus will be put on her and them rather than the person that it should be, which of course should be Our Glorious Majesty the Queen, and in memory of a wonderful man, His Royal Highness the Duke of Edinburgh. The Queen came into contact with Prince Charles just 2 days before he tested positive for COVID-19. Her Majesty was being closely monitored last night but not showing any symptoms. The risks of the 95-year-old monarch catching the virus will have caused grave fears among her family and advisors, despite the fact she has been triple vaccinated. A Clarence House spokesman said, "This morning, the Prince of Wales has tested positive for COVID-19 and is now self-isolating. His Royal Highness is deeply disappointed not to be able to attend today's events in Winchester and will look to reschedule his visit as soon as possible." Prince Harry claimed he is a typical guy who just wants to help fix things. His comments came as he launched an HIV testing drive to finish off his late mother's work. Speaking on the video call to mark National HIV Testing Week, Harry said, "Once you get to meet people and you see the suffering around the world, I certainly can't turn my back on that. Then add in the fact that my mum's work was unfinished, I feel obligated to try and continue that as much as possible. I could never fill her shoes, especially in this particular space, but because of what she did and what she stood for and how vocal she was about this issue. It's a converging of all these different pieces. There's a way out of it, and if there's a way out of it and we know there's a solution. I'm like a typical guy. I just want to help fix things." Meghan Markle and Prince Harry have reportedly kept their diaries free to return to the UK this year for the Queen's Jubilee. Royal expert Neil Sean says the Sussexes may well fly back for the celebrations, which will include a 4-day weekend in June. But he warned the couple will take focus off the monarch, and could cause problems for the family. "I'm sure that Her Gracious Majesty the Queen would have enough people helping to serve the teas and possibly clearing up at Windsor Great Park, who knows," he said. "You can only imagine what on earth Harry and Meghan could possibly offer. I don't mean that in a cruel way, but you know it's going to be very difficult for Her Majesty the Queen and of course, His Royal Highness Prince Charles and Princess Anne. What could they offer? That would take a lot of focus away from the Queen." Harry visited the UK alone twice last year, once for his grandfather's funeral, and a second time for the unveiling of a statue of his mother. Meghan hasn't flown back to the UK since Megxit. She was pregnant when the service for Prince Philip took place, and decided not to return on the advice of her doctors. The Queen has also not yet had a chance to meet great-granddaughter Lilibet, who was named after her. The tot was born last June. However, despite the couple's now notorious interview with Oprah Winfrey last March, during which they claimed a member of the family had made a racist remark, Mr. Sean said they may still get an invitation this year. "What I'm suspecting is there will be some kind of banquet, perhaps low-key, that they possibly could get invited to," he said. What we do know, however, is their diaries are remaining free. It was claimed last year that Harry has specifically requested to be involved in the celebration.